So, session 1 here at Lid. Getting ready to head out on track again. Getting stuff out of my seat. Getting ready to crank up the engine and head out. And we are going. So also what I've been trying to do for these new videos is to record a respectable lap time each session. However, that won't happen for this first session because listen to this. So yes, the great kaput returns for my exhaust, so that's not great. I pull into the pit lane as I look over my shoulder to assess the damage, and I'm already getting very, very angry. I don't know if any of you people who watch my videos go karting, especially as an owner driver, but owning a kart and it breaking is very annoying. Part of racing though, so it's no huge deal. But yeah, I'll just say what happened to the exhaust. At the part where we tighten it on, because it's a custom exhaust, the part where we tighten on the muffler to the actual exhaust pipe wasn't done up tight enough. So it was very simple. It literally just fell off a bit at that point. But all we had to do was tighten it up with a flathead screwdriver, and we were ready to go racing again. As you can see, here comes my mate who sold me the kart, just checking it out with me. We both see what's wrong with it, and yeah, he kindly goes off and grabs a flathead screwdriver to help me get back on the road. Now this session is probably one of the most fun sessions I've ever had. This car on my right here is actually a Subaru, just like me. And I haven't come across another Subaru ever before. So this is an experience, and we're going to go out together and race each other. Now, I didn't know at this point I didn't know he was a Subaru, I thought he was a Honda. So it was quite cool coming to the pit lane after the race. Well, not after the race, after the session, and finding out that he had the same engine as me, which was quite fun. But what you will notice, because I'm going to let this play out, what you will notice is that he's fast from the straights. And that's because he has the actual official exhaust, is what we expect at least. I have a custom exhaust. Yeah, he just pulls away from me on the straights. But through the corners I have more speed than him, but I have to keep holding back because I was a bit faster than him through the corners. But yeah, I'm just going to let it play out and let you guys enjoy. kind of see how much he pulled away from me, because I've got the exit, I'm flat here, I've got the slipstream, ducking down, and he's still pulling away from me. So there's nothing I really could have done in a straight line. These corners are where I should be getting him. So now I'm going to record a flying lap with the stopwatch and just see what my average sort of lap time will be in the second session. So that was a pretty decent lap time, considering I was stuck behind still on most of the, well, pretty much all of the lap. It was decent. Pretty pleased with it. I've done better laps before, but that was just an average lap, just to get an idea of how I'm performing throughout the day.
Wait. What the hell?
Anyway, ignoring that, we're gonna get ready to head out on track again, but I get pulled over here by, let me just say, the coolest track marshal in the world. He's just trying to help me zip up my neck brace, but it actually doesn't zip up, because I'm just borrowing it from GMS Sport. Shout out to them, they're really nice actually. But yeah, anyway, on this warm-up lap, well, just getting tyres ready again. I'm really just gonna try get some decent laps in. But then this almighty block happens by my fellow Subaru driver. So yeah, obviously I don't look too happy, but really I didn't care because it was just an incident. Waving my hand around like an idiot, but you know. Anyway, back to the racing, scrubbing the tyres just there, because I really want to get some good laps in this session. So yeah, I'm going to record this next lap time momentarily, just to sort of see how it's improved. If it's improved, I'm not too sure yet, but yeah. Anyway, through the final corner, so close to that curb, onto the main straight now, and we cross the line. So into the sweeping right-hander, nearly hitting the cone, into the left-hander, over the curb, keeping that speed, onto the mini straight, keeping it nice and wide on the left, and now we throw it in, brake on the right, throw it to the left there, hitting the curb. We lost a bit of speed through there, but it's okay, we're climbing up the revs. Now we're going to go through the spoon corner, hit the curb, and run it wide. Keep it wide to the left here. Run it wide, and then we throw it into the right-hander. Miss that curb, and keep it as tight as you can. Let it ease out into the right, over the curb and onto the straight. Ducking down, 40 miles an hour, and into the final corner we go. Right-hander, we're getting so close to that curb, we actually go over the curb, and now that is a lap around lit. Not a huge amount of stuff really happens, except for this little spin here at turn 1. Brought too much speed into the corner and kept it on the throttle. Just a simple mistake, but I got back on track really pretty quickly again. Let this other cart by here. And, yeah, we're back on the road. But, yeah, just a little mistake. Nothing too serious. However, I have yet another spin. It's all kind of just a big learning curve. But, you know, I kind of brought in a bit too much speed. I was a bit too snappy on the steering, as you'll see up here. Throw the cart in, and I kind of just lose the rear. I'm not extremely sure what happened there, but, you know, I'm just waiting right now for the other carts to go by, and then I'm back on again. Again, just another silly mistake, but it's all part of the learning process, so, well, yeah, nothing else to say really on it. But yeah, that's the end of the session, so coming into the pits now. End of session 3, overall it was a, you know, a decent session. But I actually, right here I get caught up in the pits because someone's in my pit spot. So, I'm throwing a bit of a hissy fit, which is a bit funny, so I've got to roll myself back actually, because I'm in the way of all these rotaxes, and I don't want to get in the way of the rotaxes. But yeah, all the rotaxes heading out now, and I'll have to hop out and push the cart. But yeah, overall it was a decent session. No huge, I had a few mistakes, but that's just how it goes. And well, yeah, time for the final session of the day then. So then it's session 4 of the day. Yeah, anyway. This is actually session 4 for me, but it's theoretically session 5 because I missed out on the 4th session that I paid for because I ran out of fuel. I said to my mum we should have got some fuel, but she denied. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. We got fuel, and I can get in for session 5. So yeah, rolling the cart then to the end of the pits so I can just get out as soon as I possibly can. And yeah, have a bit of a conversation. It's one of my mates behind me at the moment. And then we'll head out on track. But before we head out on track, as a Honda fan, I have to do the legal thing, which is rev my go-kart. Literally no reason. No reason to do it whatsoever. Wow, I mean, that's just embarrassing. That's the stupidest thing I've ever done. Don't do that. You'll burn out your clutch. Oh god, I'm not even gonna watch anymore. I'm cutting right here. Actually, I don't need to cut because I'm going on track again. So, coming out on track, 4th session of the day. I'm gonna be quiet for a second because just watch some of this Tokyo drifting. Now, I know a lot of you will probably consider those like more power slides than drifts, but I really don't care because that was quite fun to do. And I was kind of really happy inside the helmet at the time. That was very fun. But anyway. But here's the slow-mo of how close I get to the cones here. It's genuinely actually really hard to keep away from them. It's so frightening as well when you're so close to them. Because if you hit them, it's a bit of a bummer. I don't know what's going to happen if you do hit them, and I don't really want to find out. So when you're rubbing them, it's quite frightening. Anyway, here's a flying lap for session 4. So onto the straight, you're going to keep it to the left, throw it in, dab the brakes a bit, keep it to the left and run it wide. Now you're going to try keep it on the left hand side here so you can get a nice entry into this right hander into the left, and then keep the revs high but get a bit slidey out the corner into the spoon. Bit of drifting at the exit, but that was pretty nice. Now keep it left here into the right hander. Well, better sliding, but I'm getting the traction, and it's quite nice. Keeping the revs high up here onto the main straight, on the back straight I should say. Ducking down a bit to reduce the drag, throw it into the final corner, and that is a lap. So not much else really happened after this, except for this. And that is a bad sound. The exhaust has fallen off again. Oh dear. So, that's it for the day. I already know it, because if it breaks 2 times in a row, it's probably not going to be good. And I was right. The exhaust, in fact, had snapped. On the pipe this time. So, yeah, I literally couldn't do anything. Had to pull in and call it a day, and I just sit here in despair. I mean, what I was feeling right now was just so appalling, but you know, nothing I could have done.
You alright, mate? Should I make your exhaust? Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
So, me and my mate just assessing the exhaust, whether it's repairable or not, and we both come to the conclusion that we cannot repair it. So, you know, another day, another exhaust. But, yeah, I think it's a sort of sign that I should upgrade the exhaust. And the reason this video has been delayed quite a while is because I've spent so much time looking for an exhaust. And yeah, I found one. So it hasn't been put on yet, but it will be put on soon enough. So you can rely on the videos coming out soon enough. And I'll be back out at Lid as soon as I can. So thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.